This JPEG image just sold for $69 million. And did you hear about the person that purchased 9 plots of land on this virtual online game for $1.5 million, which is 5 times more than the average cost of owning real property in the United States? And I'm sure you've all seen this TikToker right now, but his viral video is being auctioned off and bidding is starting at $500,000. I know, if you thought 2020 was crazy, welcome to the next level in the digital age. Welcome to Luxe Minds, my name is Irini, and in this video I'm going to go over what are NFTs, how are they being traded, what celebrities are getting in the NFT business, risks and benefits, and at the end I'm going to share my opinion on why I do or do not own NFTs. But before we get into it all, I just want to say that I provide a lot of free and helpful content on this channel and would appreciate a thumbs up or a new subscriber. Over 50% of our viewers aren't subscribed to our channel, so I would really appreciate if you join the Luxe Minds community. The 3 items that I mentioned at the start of this video are called NFTs, which stand for non-fungible tokens, which is a digital token that proves that a digital item belongs to the person that purchased it. I know, still a little confusing, so let's break it down further. Before we get to the word non-fungible, let's just start with the word fungible, which means something that can be traded for equal or identical value. So let's say I have this dollar bill and I want to trade you my dollar bill for your dollar bill. If we were to exchange dollar bills, this would be an equal and fair trade. Why? Because at the end of the day, we still have a dollar. Even if my dollar bill is older and crinklier and ugly, the value is still the same regardless of these conditions. Non-fungible means something that isn't as easily traded in value. We're talking about art, collector cards, homes. Let's say you own the original Mona Lisa and I have a printed version that I got off the internet. And I say, hey, let's trade Mona Lisas. Would you be up for that trade? I don't think so. The original Mona Lisa is worth way more than my printed version ever could match. Even if we had the same exact asset, let's talk about a Chanel purse. And we have that same Chanel purse and I say, hey, let's just trade Chanel purses. Would you trade purses with me? Or would you ask, what year was your Chanel purse made in? How long have you had it? What's the condition? Where was it made? What material is it? And so forth. These several factors will determine the true value and if this would be a trade that is equal or kind of not fair. Now with non-fungible tokens, we're talking about the same concept here in the value of items, but we're applying it to the digital world when we're talking about digital assets like digital art, sports clips, video clips, music. And so far in this digital space, there's never been a way to truly prove ownership of an item. Anyone can go online and just download an image, put it on their screensaver, and that's it, right? But they don't really own that image. It's really hard to tie back ownership. This is where NFTs come in to change the game. These tokens act as a certificate to let us know where this original work was created, by who, a history of all of its owners, and it authenticates that it's the real deal. Now, these tokens aren't actually certificates, they're more like a line of code in the blockchain network. NTFs are traded on the Ethereum blockchain network, and you need the specific currency called Ether to purchase these NFTs. Now, you're looking at about $1,800 equivalent to 1 Ether here. So to summarize, we know what fungible means and non-fungible. So non-fungible token just means a token that proves a digital item belongs to the person that purchased it. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would someone want to own Mark Cuban's first tweet on Twitter? Why would someone want to own a Pepe meme? They're just JPEGs. Why would someone want to own a Pokemon card? It's just paper. Why would someone want to own 10,000 handbags? It's just leather. Well, people love to collect things, especially rich people. They'll have collectionals of anything and everything you can think of. And in their eyes, it's not just a flex, it's an investment. As time goes by and those items appreciate in value, collectors will want to pay even more money to buy those off of you. We're now entering into the next level of collecting, which is online collecting, right? Today, it's cool to say you own this physical piece of art, like a Mona Lisa, but in 20 years, Beepley's virtual art could be the equivalent of that. And by owning the NFT that proves that you're the owner, you can then freely trade that art and make a profit from it, right? Let's take this user, Pablo, that purchased Beepley's online 10-second video clip for $66,000. A few months later, he sold that again on the virtual NFT market for $6.6 million. How crazy is this? And these NFTs aren't just happening in the art realm, but they're happening in other categories as well, like the sports industry. NBA Top Shot sells small clips of basketball games on their website, and they have video clips going for $250,000. The music industry is also getting in on this, with Kings of Leon releasing an album as an NFT. And if that's not enough, celebrities are jumping in from wherever they can, from the likes of Lindsay Lohan to Paris Hilton to Patrick Mahomes, Osuna, and so much more. They're seeing the value and the money flowing into the NFTs, and they're running in. This is also an interesting way to see how much a celebrity's name is worth tokenized, whether their tweets are really that valuable or not. Now you might be thinking, why are all these artists jumping on board these NFTs? Well, because it gives power back to the creator. The creator of the digital work is always going to be the first person that sells it off. And while they no longer own the work, they'll still get royalties on that NFT, which basically means that every time that work is sold to a new buyer, the original creator will get a certain percentage of those earnings. And this is all possible because of the blockchain technology that tracks these transactions. This is honestly game-changing for the art space, as reoccurring revenue hasn't been possible before. So that's a great benefit, and the reason why all these celebrities and artists are ready to jump on board this NFT train. Now, the buyers, besides getting the flex of owning the art and helping the artist, they also have potential upside if the value of that item appreciates over time, right? And then they sell it and they make money. But there's always the risks that maybe it doesn't appreciate. Maybe the value of that NFT crashes down and burns and you lose all your money, right? Like with any investment, there's always going to be risks associated. So let's jump into some of the problems and risks with NFTs. Now, as the buyer of the NFT, you own that digital work, but the creator owns the copyright and distribution rights, unless those are sold with the NFT, which is not very common. So what this means is that as that owner of that piece of work, what you can do with it is actually very limited, besides just owning it and hoping that it appreciates in value. Problems can also arise when it comes to intellectual property. Let's say an artist draws an image of the Avengers and then goes to an NFT marketplace to sell that image, but there is no screening process, so no one identifies that this is intellectual property of a company. And then this NFT is sold into the marketplace and goes down its path of being sold and so forth. Then one day the company comes knocking after the original content creator saying, hey, this is intellectual property, you can't sell this artwork. What happens to that NFT? How does it impact everyone down the line that's purchased it? These are all things that are unknown because there's so little regulation around NFTs right now, as we're still trying to learn about how all of this works. What if someone takes an image of something that's already an NFT and uploads it to an NFT marketplace that isn't regulated, monitored, or has a screening process? Now there's two NFTs of the exact same piece of work circulating online. What happens now? But there's also risks in, let's say you buy a celebrity NFT and then that celebrity's career crashes and no one wants to own or be associated with them, but you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this NFT buying, I don't know, Paris Hilton's first tweet, and now her career is in rambles and your digital artwork that you own is worth nothing. And that's the risk of owning these NFTs. You just don't know if that value is always going to be there, like maybe Beepley's art could be, versus owning someone's first tweet. And the last problem is the harmful and negative impact that the crypto world is having on our planet, which is a lot to get into right now. So I'm going to link some articles down below for you guys to check out. And my final thoughts here. Do I think NTFs are going to go away? I don't think so. I think they're empowering artists in ways that hasn't been possible before, so they're going to try and fight for this thing to stick around. And then when we're talking about our digital generation here, Gen Z's entire life has been digital. You throw some digital marketing and a good spin to these NFTs and I can see this growing further. Now, if this fails, something else is going to come up because digital assets aren't going to go away and this industry will continue to evolve. Now, do I own an NFT? As of now, no. There's nothing I'm interested in owning, and I just don't believe the industry is regulated enough to want to enter into it right now. But if I were to get into this space, I would definitely be interested in buying Ether, the currency of the Ethereum platform, and what is needed to purchase these NFTs. Final piece of advice I want to leave you guys all with today is to continue learning more about blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin, NFTs, and so forth. This is the future and it's not going to go away. So the slower you are to learn about it, the more behind you'll be. I think it's important for us to continue educating ourselves on these matters so that we're well prepared and ready. Some people consider this time to be the equivalent of the dot-com days, right before the internet took off. And so if you were looking to start a business, this would definitely be the place to look. Now, other people say this is just a bubble waiting to burst, but honestly, only time will tell. So we'll just have to wait and see how this all pans out. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. And if you found this to be helpful and what NTFs are, please give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. And as always, join our Luxe Minds community. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching Luxe Minds. Bye.